Math Tune-Up with Mr. Payne. Let's do a little tune-up on factoring a simple trinomial. A trinomial looks like this. It has an x squared term, a middle term with an x beside it, and a last term. The middle term we call the sum. And the last term we call the product. To factor a simple trinomial, I want to take it and break it up into smaller parts. To do this, I want to find two numbers that will multiply to give me positive 20 and add to give me negative 9. Don't worry about the x. In fact, don't worry about the signs until you get the two numbers. So let's think of this. Think of two numbers that multiply to give me positive 20. Well, I can do 2 times 10, but I'm never going to be able to get a way of having 10 and 2 add up to a negative 9, no matter what signs I use. Let's try 1 times 20. Again, they multiply to 20, but they're never going to give me a sum of negative 9. So those two aren't going to work. Let's try 4 times 5. Well, 4 times 5 is 20. Now, if I add 4 and 5, I get plus 9. If I put negative signs on both those, if I say negative 4 plus negative 5, that equals negative 9. So I'm going to use negative 4 and negative 5. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw an x, big X, underneath my trinomial. I'm going to put two x's here, and I'll put my negative 4 here and my negative 5 here. It does not matter which way you put the negative 4 here or the negative 5 there. You can put them either way. Now to get my factors, I just read from left to right. So my first factor is x minus 4, and my second factor is x minus 5. Now, if I want to check my work, let's just expand it out using FOIL. So let's do the double rainbow. X times x is x squared. X times negative 5 is negative 5x. Negative 4 times x is negative 4x. And negative 4 times negative 5 is plus 20. If I collect my like terms, I get x squared minus 9x plus 20. So x minus 4 and x minus 5 are my two factors for this expression. Let's try another one. X squared plus 2x minus 15. So my sum is 2. My product is negative 15. Again, don't worry about the signs to start with. Just think of two numbers that multiply to give me negative, or give me 15. Well, 3 and 5. Now, since the last term is negative, but the second term is positive, it means that my two factors have to have opposite signs. So, one of them is going to be positive, one of them is going to be negative. Since I need a positive sum, the bigger number is going to be positive. So I'm going to make the 5 positive and the 3 negative. So my two factors are x minus 3 and x plus 5. Let's try another one. So I've got a sum here. I've got a sum of 6 and a product of 9. Well, the easiest two numbers I can think of are 3 and 3. Now, since this is positive and this is positive, both my numbers are going to be positive. So reading left to right, I have x plus 3 times x plus 3. If I want to, I can rewrite that as x plus 3 all squared. One more. X squared minus 4x minus 21. So, sum is negative 4, product is negative 21. Thinking of two numbers that multiply to 21, I'm going to think of 3 and 7. Now, I need a negative middle term, which means my bigger number is going to have the negative sign on it. So, draw our big X, put in our little x's. So now I'm going to have 3, negative 7, reading left to right. I've got x plus 3 times x minus 7. That is how you factor a simple trinomial. Please come back and revisit this lesson anytime you feel you need.